Hey, it's Ross Payne with Role Playing Public Radio. We're playing Base Raiders tonight, and the title of this game is Project Bildungsroman, which will be, what is that? Well, you'll find out in the course of this scenario. So we have four players tonight. They're a group of Base Raiders who all worked together before, and they've all agreed to help a group of people who have a lead on a mysterious base full of loot and secrets, and they've all agreed to work together to find that base and, well, they know the location, but get inside that base and, well, basically loot everything.
Basically, I get it.
Yep. So we have four players tonight, playing characters you will all recognize from previous games of Base Raiders here at RPPR. So, Thad, who are you going to be playing tonight?
Oh, I'm glad you asked me that. I am Sparkles the Unicorn.
Yes, you can play Sparkles too, and From the Underground, available now in Drive.
Buy his books!
Next up, we have Aaron. And who are you playing?
Hey, this is Aaron, and I will be playing Abigail Hess, otherwise known as Afterimage.
Mm-hmm. Then we
have... Made by this book.
Yeah. Then we have Caleb, and who are you going to be playing tonight?
I'm playing Professor White again, the super soldier drug dealer with white hair.
Yep. And finally, we have Birk. Birk is playing a pre-gen that has not been published in a Base Raiders game. Do you want to introduce him?
Yeah, it's such an honor. I am playing Arcannon, an extremely gullible man who bought a bunch of shitty cyber gear off the black market, which fried his brain and doesn't work, so he had to teach himself electricity magic to power the batteries for his cyber equipment.
Nice.
Yeah. So, the four of you are all in New York City, sort of the heart of the underground, in abandoned subway tunnels that have been turned into an underground literal, well, not quite city, but town at least, where mutants, aliens, non-human beings of all kinds and other Base Raiders trade, talk, shop, make deals, and Beatrice and the other leaders of the underground keep the peace. But you've all been approached by a group of humans who have a lead on a base, apparently connected to, they're not sure. They believe it's connected to the Ideal. And the four of you, through Professor White, because he was the one that was approached by the group, have agreed to meet at the Zombie Dolphin to discuss terms. So, as the four of you meet in a private room at the Zombie Dolphin, there are four people sitting across from you. One, a woman, looks to be in her mid-20s with a prominent scar on her face, introduces herself as Carol. And she says, well, thank you all for coming. We have
a horse.
Sparkles?
Yeah,
he's there.
Why is this one here?
Oh, well, we needed...
Sparkles is wearing a pair of glasses and says, I'm learning what it means to be human.
Well, he's also truly immortal, I mean, from what we understand.
Last time we did a deal, I made it very clear how I feel about dealing with the horse.
He agreed that he would be first through any traps because he can be resurrected.
But in a very human way.
So I can watch that, right? He just runs through the traps?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, I'm in this time.
Sparkle looks at you very seriously.
But you played it free and loose.
Leans in close and says, what do you think of the Hamilton musical?
Is Hamilton canonical in Base Raiders?
It is now, apparently.
Oh, God. I just sigh. I'm like, Picard hand.
Yeah.
Go back to listening to the exposition. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and Abby is literally transparent as the armor as she's sitting next to Sparkles. She does not want to remember the things that she did in order to get him out of a possible FBI.
Federal hold up, lock up. I'm
just trying to sit down, but my armor sucks.
So we to give a sort of, we're sort of a support group. She motions to the other three people there. This is Miles, and this is Ember, and this is Lovelace. I was raised in a underground facility, and I was raised from birth to be obedient and to never always respect authority, but eventually I found the truth that we and my sisters and my brethren were all being raised simply so they could farm us for our organs and skin. I escaped.
That's a terribly inefficient way to farm organs and skin.
Yes. And Miles here, he was raised by what most people would call the United Family. There are some kind of cult, but he was raised to be an assassin, but he escaped. Ember was raised in to be some sort of gladiator in literal underground matches for the wealthy to watch. Lovelace was raised. Well, she's most people would call her a clone. She was grown in a machine that grew her from an embryo to a full adult size in a year, and raised by a computer. But we found out we've all escaped, and when we all found each other, but as we compared notes, so to speak, we all realized there were commonalities in the technology of these places that we were raised in, and we began investigating, and we find it all traces back to a single location, and the code name for this location is Project Bildungsroman, and we have our own sort of ideas about it, but we don't know where to go from there. That's none of us had powers, real powers, just sort of unusual backgrounds, but we found the place finally. It's unfortunately it's under the ocean. We have a set of coordinates, but it's in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean at the bottom. And Professor White, you said you knew people, and
I am indeed people.
And we, of course, brought in Sparkles.
How did you escape again?
Well, each of us has a different story. We each escaped from different places at different times.
A coming-of-age story, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay, so you never had any interaction with other people?
We did have interaction. It was each of us was raised in essentially a closed society. As far as we could tell, we were raised with other children usually, but we were all told that the outside world was either destroyed or awful or something like that.
So all of you left different societies. You didn't know each other before you escaped.
Right.
Okay.
No, they were all apparently distantly manipulated by a secret central authority that had diversified its human misery portfolio.
Then how did you find each other? How did you know who to find?
Well, we started looking for answers. All of us were driven to understand what had happened to us, and all of those clues started leading to the similar places. There was some, for lack of a better term, logistics footprint, a logistics network.
So your story then, how did you escape from what you thought was your world, but was actually the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean?
No, that's the central location, the place we haven't been to. The bunker I was raised in was in the upstate New York in the middle of the wilderness. It was it's been long since cleared out. You would just call it a base.
So these are just satellites,
but they're all connected to a
common
central
denominator?
hub, is what you're saying.
In some way, we're not sure about the details yet, but there was communication and supplies were sent out and distributed. There was some sort of logistics network. We've never. Yeah, so we don't know all the details yet. We can give you the information that we have.
So do you think it might be in this this common denominator might be his ocean base?
Yes. That's why, yeah.
What do you want out of this?
Well, we just want answers, really. We have docking protocols and access codes. So if you can get a submarine to that base location, we can use the access codes to let us in. After that, we have no idea. But that's it. That's our trade. We'll give you the access codes. We'll come along with you. And we just want answers, but you can take all the loot.
Okay, I just want to be really clear on that point I just heard. You want answers, which would be the intangible concept of knowledge that cannot be held.
Well, any data that we can get.
Okay. All right, there it is.
You can have copies of data too. You can have access to the same. You can make your own copy of the data too. I mean, it's
okay.
data.
So all physical objects would be for me and mine, and all intellectual property would be shared amongst us.
Yeah,
without copyright.
Yeah.
I can certainly agree to that as long as since we're very explicit on these terms. So, okay.
Isn't data a physical object? That's what I heard.
No, they store it in rain cloud now. I read it in a magazine.
Inviting people here. There's a horse, and now this guy.
I would say Arcannon, Professor White. You might have sold him some of his cyber equipment at some point.
I just do drugs. I'm a pharmacist.
Artist.
Yeah.
Okay. It's amazing you know where you are at any given day. So
yeah.
Anyway, yeah. I'm getting sidetracked. Obviously, I'll work with anyone, but yeah, let's get going.
That's not true. You said you don't want to work with horses.
I don't, but apparently you're here, and I'm cursed to be haunted by you for the rest of my days on this earth.
Look,
so why not just lean in? I've been reading books lately.
Do you want to watch me die or not?
Exactly. I'm really kind of urgent for that. And then we got Cyber Dude, who's
Arcannon.
His name is Magic Battery.
Arcannon Magic Battery? Fuck yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I made a human mistake
there. The NARC secret agents here. So great. We assembled a super team.
You know, if you just want to say bitch, it just gets it out of the way clearly.
I'm not sexist. I just hate cops. Anyway, let's go.
Only trust your who.
It's a team of rivals.
Police will never help you.
All right. So, Professor White, you would know the problem is how would you need to get to the base first, and so you could. You do have the contacts, and you could try to arrange someone to teleport you there, but that's...
Is anyone here a submarine?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Couldn't you just magic one into playing or just, actually believe it because of the rainbow power?
So each of you could make some kind of skill check to...
so they said they'd give me their data, right?
Yeah, they want their own copy of any data that is retrieved from there, and they'll help you go through the base. They'll accompany you as consultants.
So they don't have any leads?
No, well, they do know exactly where the base is. They do know how to get in with if you have a submarine. They have access.
But he wants the Glengarry leads.
But the leads, Ross.
The leads.
Would black market dealer or science be better for this?
Either one would give you a lead on a submarine.
They all accept drugs as payment. You'll be
so use the dice roller here. It's roll 4DF /R 4DF /R space 4DF.
Can you roll the 4D 3D 3D 3?
See like the example I just did. And yeah.
So what's that? Minus plus blank minus?
Well, it equals negative. Well, yeah, B is blank.
All right, so I still get a 4. Okay. No, I still get a 3. Sorry, I didn't spend a thing.
Okay. Which one did you want to use? It'll give you a different lead.
Black market dealer.
Okay. With that, you do know of one. There is a cursed ghost ship, but Captain Snowfist, Captain Icefist, will be eager to take on passengers. However, he only accepts gold coins from his ship. You do know that a museum in New York has them on display. So if you steal the coins, you could get passage on a ship. And because you're buying passage, you would not be subject to any curse or anything. You just have a supernatural ghost ship that would give you a passage on there. So
you buy passage on his ship with coins from his ship.
Well, they were stolen from him. That's why he can't be put at rest till he gets all his coins back. The very original idea.
Yeah.
Right, but if we give him too many of his coins, then he'll be put to rest, and we will sink and die.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't know how many. You probably you wouldn't have to worry about that.
What if these are the last 4?
So
I'm sure there's a hellish mint somewhere.
Or however many.
So that's one lead. Other characters, After Image, do you want to roll something to figure out?
Yeah, I want to roll Spy Savant for networking with my contacts to see if there's anybody else who could either get a lead on these coins or maybe an alternative mode of transportation. So, all right. So, all right. With that's only going to be a 2 on Spy Savant.
What tier is that?
That is a extraordinary tier.
Okay. You do know there is a billionaire. Actually, I'll give you 2 leads for that. Actually just 1. Sorry. There is a billionaire, Nicola Perseus, who has a decked out yacht with its own submarine that is currently docked in New York City. So you could either try and hijack it or bribe the crew or Nicola to let you use his ship. But you do know his bodyguard has a grudge against him. So,
smash the rich. Come on.
His bodyguard, Steve Fisher. All right. Anyways, let's see. Arcannon, do you want to try to make any, or Sparkles, actually? Do you have any relevant skills?
I mean, I am a magical unicorn. That's a skill.
That is a skill.
But how would I use it? As I am a normal human man today.
Actually, you have contacting a +1, so you could just roll that.
Oh, that's true. I will use.
You do know people.
I will use my human cellular device. Yes.
But remember when you say cellular, you're actually talking through the phone and not the cells in their body. You made somebody vibrate.
How do you know that that's how phones work?
That's in the
That's
file.
just what you've read.
And used. There's a phone built into my suit.
So, phones are built into lots of things.
Do you believe everything you read?
All right. Sorry, I was rolling my dice IRL. Would you prefer using that?
No, that's fine. I trust you that.
I believed everything I read.
And
that's how I ended up with this armor.
That is 2 pluses and 2 blanks. So with the +1, that is 3.
All right. You do know there is a research vessel that is also docked in New York, about to take off. It is going to be conducting research in that region of the Atlantic Ocean. It is the Bodie McBoatface, because this is a more just universe.
I know that boat.
Yeah.
Hip references.
So if you can, they always need volunteers for their things. It would be easy for you to scam your way on board, but you kind of have to act normal because they do have a research mission. So you have to be a little more.
I have glasses.
Yeah. I mean, you have your magic powers to disguise yourself as human. Or
Don't
you could just
tap the glasses again.
So those are 3 options that you have, and you can come up with your own as well. This is a universe of all kinds of crazy bullshit. So I'll be pretty open, but those are 3 options you have all figured out pretty quickly in terms of getting a submarine over the target site. So you guys should probably figure out which one you want to pursue, or if you want to pursue a different plan.
Well, to possibly pull to look at the yacht plan and some benefits. One, that's like it. Actually, more research. Can I do more research on the yacht itself? Because how high tech is it?
Oh, it's extremely high tech.
Okay, so it would easily
cutting edge technology, at least by he probably has some illegally purchased super tech in his yacht. but he has to be discreet about it because even billionaires money doesn't protect too much when every country views superpowers as the next existential threat to their authority. So, yeah, he probably has some super tech on it, but not a whole lot.
But isn't wealth a kind of superpower? It really makes
an
you
unfortunate
think.
one. So
yeah, so
but the idea I would have with that is that there might be something that we can get to allow us passage to the itself if they have it like a submersible or something. But
they do. There's a submarine on board that would be able to reach the target depth.
Okay, in that case, we don't have to worry about potentially cursed coins or anything else. We can, if we do this correctly, we can literally lay the blame on another group stealing this and have them off our scent the entire time.
Ah, yes.
Sure.
Framing people. Of course.
Yeah, Professor White.
Arcannon, what's your skill set?
I got my left hand is a cannon.
Cool.
I mean, the left-hand path can be destructive if used irresponsibly.
Arcannon,
Got
just so
it.
you know,
Got it. All right. Cool.
No. Arcannon also has self-taught wizardry, which is a
Yes.
variable power. So you can basically anytime.
Wait, does he tell me that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm
was
explaining it
going
to
to.
Burke since this is his first time playing the game.
Okay.
So
I
it
didn't
takes
know.
him a full action to cast a spell, but variable 3 means he can basically once per scene just choose a new superpower and have it be that, a healing spell, a shield spell, flying, whatever else.
It's mostly electricity spells to keep my armor going.
Yeah, well, game mechanics wise, you can basically have a wild card power.
Can you magically hijack a yacht?
Probably.
There we go.
Also,
Probably.
Sparkles can give other people superpowers.
I mean, could I just
Don't
teleport us
tell
onto a
people
yacht?
that.
You can. So
Yay.
after Image, if you
We're gonna
hijack the yacht, that's certainly possible. But then you'll have eventually, law enforcement and people pursuing you. So you would be on a clock.
True. And that's why
Oh,
we want to
filthy narc. You can morph into other people, right? Because you're duplicitous and a filthy narc.
Well,
I have the highest technology that actually allows me to infiltrate and not anything else, if you want to put it that way.
Oh, I was
So,
going.
yeah.
To,
So
I thought
that's
you
a
were
yes.
talking to me for a second. And
Oh no, you're
No, I'm the
worse.
filthy talk. You're a monster. So there's the difference here.
All right. So,
Let's go.
yeah. So okay? So you head out to the docks, where Nicola Perseus's yacht is docked. That's what you do at the docks.
I've heard that.
Yeah. Yeah. I assume. Do any of you want to do any research on Project Bildungsroman before you head out as well, or are you just like, no, let's get the
yes.
yacht? Okay.
Did they give us the leads?
They gave you as much information as they had. So there's a bunch of data they have on their story, which is, they each tape themselves talking about what happened to them. They have their handwritten notes. They have stuff that they've stolen from warehouses that points connections. It's very much conspiracy pinboard kind of connect the dots. But I mean, whatever shadowy group, you would have to do this kind of thing in order to figure out what the fuck they're doing. So, basically this bunker and this bunker both got, air filters from this single warehouse, for example, and stuff like
Would
that.
I be able to use Black Market Dealer to know more?
Sure. Go ahead and give me a roll.
Would you like
What's
to know
extraordinary as a power tier mean again? I don't remember.
It means that when you're doing in opposed rolls, it has you compare the tiers of the two opposed rolls, but in this case, it just means your results are going to be better than they would be if they were mundane.
Okay. +4.
So, looking through it, you get a sense that this is obviously a project that was based on Build-A-Base technology. So somebody was handing out Build-A-Base machines and giving them to these different groups.
They have you put a little plush heart inside.
So
before they fill it
just
up.
for the listeners and for people who aren't familiar with Base Riaders as a setting, Build-A-Bases were essentially nano machine fabricators that were designed that you get this pallet size, this crate. You have a little tablet software and you design a base, and then the nano machines just terraform the underground area around it in order to build a base. So you could give even an idiot, vigilante who knew nothing about technology, and he'd have his own cool little crime fighting lair.
It also makes for a horrifyingly destructive weapon, as seen in Star Trek.
Yeah. So Villain's got a hold of this technology too.
To an atomic level.
Yeah, so Villain's got a hold of this technology as well. So basically, it's hard. You can't tell if it was the superheroes or the villains who are giving these various groups access to build a base. But that seems to be the basis of it.
They put them in every mall.
But this is dating back decades, and it does seem like whoever was doing this was handing it out to any group with an extreme ideology to specifically raise children in isolated underground bunkers.
So I know it comes from Build-A-Base tech, right? Do I know if it comes are there like Build-A-Base 0-day hacks? Like, are there like default passwords for Build-A-Base technology that
if someone sets up a surveillance camera and doesn't change the password on it?
Is there something I could buy on the dark web that's like, it turns out the guest password is password or something like that?
Oh yeah. And yeah, there's different
I'm looking for an exploit to be turn off automatic machine gun
we're not.
turrets.
I mean, do we know if we're going do we necessarily know if one of the central base we're going to is one of those Build-A-Bases? I thought it was just that they were distributing those Build-A-Bases.
They were distributing. Yeah, you know nothing about the central base. You'd have to be on site to do that. If you were within sensor range of the submarine, you'd be able to study that base in more detail. But in general, yeah, you can use that to activate aspects. With that role, I'll give you basically a free aspect that you can activate once for free, which is inside info on Build-A-Base. So if you can just activate that once.
You can record a little message that will play whenever you hug it.
Yeah. So good point. But yeah, you do scoop up as many 0-day exploits and known exploits about Build-A-Base that you can find. There are different forks of Build-A-Base technology, different, the Ideal built it this way, Dr. Omega built it this way, this villain built it this way.
Okay.
So everybody made slight variations on it.
Well, I'm surfing the net doing that apparently, so everyone...
does anybody else...
Everyone hijack a yacht.
I can use research roles. Or unless, is there something Arcannon you would like to do?
Oh, I was actually going to say, so did they tell us where their various compounds, the compounds they know of? Do we know? They told us where those were located, right?
Yeah.
I would like Sparkles would like to reach out to whatever mystical underground places that are there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna send a nice little message through probably a flip phone carried by a carrier pigeon for some reason.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
And the message will be, "Hello, friends. It's me. I've learned recently that people that people who were living for long periods of time right at your back doors were torturing children for years and years and years. And the first one of you who can give me some information about those groups won't hear back from me. Okay. Bye, friends." Because
all right.
If you have read the character sheet, if you have not read the character sheet, those at home, Sparkles has a mental weakness to children suffering.
Yep, fair enough. Give me an intimidation roll.
All right. What would that go off of?
Intimidation.
I have intimidation. Okay, yeah, never mind. It's right there on my sheet.
That'll probably work.
Shut up.
Streamlined.
Look, I had scrolled up because I was reading something else. I'm trying to make things happen. Never. Lovely. So 2 minuses, 1 plus, so +1. Hooray.
Okay. You do hear back that at least it seems that these bases have been cleared out, but they can start hunting to see if any of the perpetrators are still alive. The support group that you're dealing with Carol and her friends. They don't know if all the adults who were raising them escaped or if they were killed. For example, in Imber's case, he was raised to be a gladiator, and that got pretty violent when he escaped. So he killed every adult he found. But yeah,
Look, that's just what you do in that situation.
Yeah. But yeah, so let's see. I mean, yeah, Arcannon. Did you want to do anything? Yeah.
Arcannon's not really a researcher per se,
Mm-hmm.
but he watches a lot of infomercials on the intellectual dark web. So if anything ever came up on one of those,
So he has
He
a
would
very
remember
large
it.
amount of Might Patriot Supply storable foods.
a lot of cryptocurrency. All my
Lot of
spells are just I have a Jan's backpack
Mhm.
full of pamphlets that I ordered off
Hey,
infomercials.
hey,
Okay, I like
Those are
that.
all my spells.
Arcannon, are you holding any
Hmm.
brain force?
Ooh,
I'm asking, just asking.
maybe.
Are all his cyber implants made of lead?
Sorry, you mean colloidal silver.
Colloidal
Uh,
silver. Yeah.
Oh no!
colloidal silver, yeah.
Get some.
Yeah, you
deeper
can roll
iodine
technology.
in there.
Sure.
That's at a +2.
Yeah. +1.
Okay. Are you trying to figure out more about the bases or about the yacht?
I will learn about the yacht since
Okay.
we have to hijack it.
Yeah.
We choose to hijack it.
So
A personal agency.
Nicola Perseus does rent it out to people on occasion to friends. It's sort of a fringe benefit for being part, sucking up to him. It's a luxury yacht. It is extremely large. It is estimated to cost between $300 and $500 million. But maybe that's a little exaggerated. But it does have a vehicle bay, including with its own moon pool for the submarine, because he had to beat James Cameron at deep sea diving. And it's quite loaded. But in terms of security, you do realize it is extremely dependent on its internet connection. So it has a world-class satellite internet connection. But if that satellite dish goes down, it's going to be basically much harder to find. But the downside,
So
is
we have to
obviously-
get into space.
well, I mean, if you cut off the satellite dish, they won't be able to track you very easily, but you'll lose contact with the outside world. If you're wanting to steal it, that would be really good. So the other thing is maybe you could try impersonating his friends and pretend that he's renting it out to you and hope that he doesn't notice. He's a billionaire. He's very busy and easily distracted. He's in New York City right now, but you don't think he's going to go on his yacht or is planning to go on his yacht.
Do we know who the friends are?
I mean, some who's who of celebrities. Just make up a fake celebrity.
He just means it's sort of it goes through a rotating cast of people. I don't necessarily think it's always the same ones. I assume.
Yeah, exactly. So, after Image, what did you want to do?
Okay. Well, in that case, since we have most of the network on there, could I go ahead and gather information on I guess one of the basically enough information on whatever celebrities who is his friend who has rented out the boat, so to see if we can use their time.
Yeah, go ahead and figure out who would be the best ones to impersonate.
Okay, so and I can actually cover for somebody else with the armor in a short range. So let's see, who do I want to do there? We're gonna go with let's see, Miranda. What's a good Greek name? So, Dad, what's a good Greek name?
I was going to do it.
Greekules.
Greekules. Random Greekules, fine.
Oh no, wait, I'm sorry. No. It would be Greekocles.
Greekocles. Okay. Greekocles.
He has that cookie. He has that travel show where he goes to all these dine-ins and eats really greasy food. Got the spiky hair and the flame shirts, and he has a horse in his entourage. So that works pretty well.
Exactly. So I just need to actually take your horn down.
Yeah. It's Spice Village.
All right.
Yeah.
How can I be so foolish?
Yeah. Brandon Greekocles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's Umame Mountain. There we go. That's what it is.
Yeah. Well, that's for the that was the Japanese spinoff. Yeah.
No,
Yes.
that's for tasting after hours.
Yeah.
In any case, but yes, I will go under for Miranda and see if I can gather enough information to see where they'll be and how they'll.
To case them for impersonation.
The case first right now. Okay.
I don't think it's a good idea to do an impersonation because on the dark web, Professor Hate Muppet says to always be yourself.
Professor Hate Muppet's not from another world that died due to a red giant consuming the world. So
Where's the gecko?
Also, he's clearly
I
a
missed
fraud.
the gecko one.
all right.
Clearly a fraud because you're only a Muppet if you come from the Muppet region of France. Otherwise, you are just a sparkling puppet, and I don't care who knows.
I don't want there to be art for this episode.
All right. Oh,
just
God,
Professor
of course.
White being miserable. All right.
Okay, that was failed
Well,
miserably.
you can spend a
so
fate point to reroll.
that's
Or you
going to
can
happen, and I'm going to roll manually because this roller has been
Aw.
bullshit.
I read Professor Muppet's book, and it was extremely derivative.
12 rules to being a supervillain.
All right, that was actually a little bit better.
Why are
So
there
that
so many songs about neo-Marxism?
would you like to read my manifesto?
What you get,
to
Aaron?
clean your base up.
What you get on your dice roll? Sorry.
That's going to be a 2 on Spy Savant at an extraordinary level.
Okay, you've done a basic job casing on profiling. There's a is it Brandon Greekocles or is it
No, I was doing it basically his. I would say no, it's a brother sister dude, so it's Miranda Greekocles.
Okay, so it's Miranda and Brandon Greek.
And Brandon's the horse actually, but she is convinced she's told everybody he is her brother.
Okay, so all right, so the
May
horse
or may
is
not
Brandon.
have been transformed into a horse, or vice
All
versa.
right. So yeah, there's he's not in. He's actually out touring in West Virginia.
Don't tell Professor
recording.
White about this. He hates horses.
He's recording
He doesn't hate
episodes
horses,
right now.
He hates you. There's a difference.
So he would nobody in New York would be expecting it, but nobody really like follows him that closely. So yeah, you have a shot at impersonating Miranda and Brandon and various entourage hangers on.
Okay.
If you could talk your way through.
But who's going to play the horse?
As long as you literally do nothing and stand there as a horse, I'm okay
You're
with you doing it.
absolutely right. I give you the power to resemble a horse.
Are you seriously doing that?
Yes.
Actually, I don't. I think you can only give normal people your powers.
Damn it.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
Well, when am I going to meet it? I have never met anyone normal.
Okay,
Actually, someone without superpowers. You can only give. So basically,
Professor White.
no, the 4 NPCs are traveling with you. The 4
no.
survivors.
Ah,
You
yes.
can give them powers.
Miles, Ember, Lovelace, and what was the other one?
Carol.
Carol. Yes.
Carol's the one who was talking to you. She was the one
Carol
who
is
was
a
raised.
good, strong name for a horse resembler.
Oh my God.
So you want Carol to also be disguised as a horse.
Yes.
Well,
she's going
okay.
to very strongly resemble the horse that is the horse that she needs to look like. That's
Well,
how
we
it
have-
works.
You
Okay.
need to actually have the company. It's not good for horses to be on their own. So
Okay, what about you though, Sparkles?
I have. Do I have to tap the glasses?
Okay. All right. You can certainly try. All right. So you just want to walk up and bluff your way in, or are you going to do any more prep work onto this con?
So prep work. I actually am going to go ahead and do a little bit more. I'm trying to think. So my skills. Can I do a little more information on there, or I forgot what was the difference on conversation and convince? So it's
Convince is what you would be doing, like conversation.
Okay, yeah.
So
Would it just be another roll for more information to see if I could basically get either like travel itineraries to kind of bolster up
you
our
have all
story?
that information right now. Like you can
Okay.
impersonate them. It's just you have yeah, it's more. Do you want to take any other actions to help you on this con?
I'm just not sure if there's anything else that we can do here. Actually, I do want to actually case the joint for his
Big ship at the dock, like it's a public access dock. Like there's his people are on the ship at any given time, but like.
Okay. Well, I was trying to build up a cover story, so I was thinking about if I could communicate and if I could call him first, maybe, or meet with him in person to at least bolster our story and make sure, like, oh yeah, that's like Miranda can take out the boat. It's okay. So
I think that may be a bit of a risk.
well, everything's a risk at this point, but if it gives us a better cover story, then that's
Yes, but if
more
we're trying
time.
to trick the people who are at the boat, why would we need to involve the person who would definitely know that you are not the whoever?
Do you,
and that
does your
arrow
powers
isn't
let you
yours?
imitate voices as well?
Yes, absolutely, it does everything. So
Well, you could make a deception, guile check to call in as Nicola himself to say, "Oh, Miranda's coming in to rent the boat."
Okay.
Yeah.
all right. So all right, yep, I will go ahead and do that then. So just hit the communicate, hit the phone on there. So and go ahead. Who's the one who picks who picks up? Is it the captain or is it his?
It's Steve Fisher, the guy who is in charge of the boat, and one of his numerous bodyguards. This is Perseus Industries, nautical division.
Oh, Fisher, will you speak up? It actually I need to think you actually enjoy your job at some point.
Okay, go ahead and roll guile.
Guile, okay.
Whatever your savant thing is.
All right. So yeah, that's going to be guile underneath my air armor, and come on. So, all right. Yep. How many fate? We saw it for 3 fate points, right?
Your fate points are based on your character. You started with 4.
Oh yeah, the 4. Okay. All right. So yeah, that was right. So I'll spend 1 more.
Okay.
All right, last one for sucks. That's better. So, all right, that's going to be +5 at under the ascendant level.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, he totally believes he's talking to his boss. Yeah, mission accomplished on that end. So they'll
Miranda's going to be coming down here. Yeah,
Yeah.
Miranda's going to be coming down using the boat for that's like about a week or 2, maybe more. But you just give her the same treatment. You stay out of her hair. You don't really ask a lot of questions. The normal crap, right?
Yeah. She is. He is quite eager to do that. Yeah.
They'll give them what they want. Just stay out of the way of the entourage. They might be bringing on a horse right now. It's going to be weird. I'm sorry. Just clean up after if you can. Just don't dump it over the edge. Got it.
All right. So you do that, and I guess is anybody else going to be trying to get any more equipment or do any last things before you head off? I guess give me one more check on the air armor to make to convince the crew that you are all Miranda and Brandon and whatnot.
Okay.
And Sparko's going to give me a roll on your Blessing of the Unicorn to see how effective.
Yes. Where is don't roll off the table, idiot. Lovely. Where's the score for that? What did I go off of? Is it just
Sorry, it is Anoint and Blessing. Sorry.
There we go. Then I got a +1.
Okay. It passes. However, Steve does ask you, why do you have 2 horses now, and why does one have a horn glued on it to make it look like a unicorn?
Okay, so I got a +5 on my that's like on my guile for the air armor. So
we don't have enough horse feed for 2 horses for a week. We don't have enough. We only knew about the 1 horse. Are those 2 horses going to be good together? Because why does one look like got the horn glued on it? That seems dangerous.
I think you need to look at it again because the time on the docks is playing tricks on you, and since the hard light constructs that I do have in the armor can extend to a range a little bit, I use it to hide the horn. So
okay,
so
okay,
are you sure?
yeah. Oh, I didn't see the horse. But there's still 2 horses.
That's true. It's fine, but we brought enough feed for them. Also, we actually can mill fish this time. It's it's something that I learned when I was back home. So we'll take care of that on our own. See, we even brought fishing poles. A lot of them.
Okay, is it wearing glasses?
So just look, we have. It's part of another fashion show. You don't need to worry about it. Just move, go. Get the boat ready. Here's your coordinates. Go.
Okay.
Shoo.
Okay, we're going. I don't know why there's 2 horses. There's taking one horse out in the middle of the ocean. They get lonely. Okay, fair enough. All right, so all of you head off in the stolen.
Sparkle
Essentially,
leans over to Carol. I can't believe he thought there were 2 horses.
What a buffoon.
I don't understand.
Abby just think they're sweating.
Sparkles, Beatrice spoke so highly of you. I guess she was really encouraging me to take you along on this. Have you been doing all right there, Sparkles?
In comparison to what? Exactly.
I don't know. I guess I don't know what normal is for you.
Well, who does? We're just people trying to figure out what normal is.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. So let's see here. You have all right, so you have a couple of days of going on the ocean to get to the coordinates. You still as you head out, Lovelace, the clone, goes up to you, Professor White. Says, you deal super soldier drugs and things like that, right? Are you an actual doctor of science or medicine?
Yes.
Do you know much about quick-grown clones?
Yeah, there's a variety of various factors. It really depends on which of the methods you use.
Well, I don't have a lot of information about that. Because I've heard that quick-grown clones don't live very long. Do you know if you can tell that?
I think that's just a rumor started by Ridley Scott.
Can I roll that?
Sure.
Okay. I get a 2.
Okay. From preliminary, you don't have actually there is a lab on here because it is not a very good lab because it's more done for photo shoots to make Nicola Perseus look smart than, actual work, but there is a lab of sorts. So from what you can tell, she won't live as long as a standard human. Not like maybe 20 to 25 years, due to certain imperfections and other flaws. Basically, the trauma of growing from an embryo to an adult in a year causes some long-term problems that are, yeah. So
do we have the whole yacht now?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's still the Nicholas people are still on it, but they think you're guests.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't kick them off or anything. So
I'll
doing.
Although we might need to later.
I'll pull what's her
Lovelace?
name now? I'll pull Lovelace aside and tell her the truth. I mean, that's not something you want to.
Don't want to
spring
sugarcoat
on
that
somebody.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. You will, in all likelihood, have a lowered life expectancy to a human born on the more traditional timetable.
Oh. Well, I guess, it's not 5 years. I'm already 4, so 16 to 21 years, I guess. Something like that left.
Look, kid, I was never much for bedside manner. I was more of a research doctor, though not great at the publishing part. Anyway, that's beside the point. What I've learned in this crazy game is this. The real world, the world outside all this zaniness, doesn't have a lot of room for hope. if I say something to that and you're just some schmuck living on the street in New York City that doesn't stumble into a base like I was, you'd be pretty doomed and you'd have a right to be pretty depressed. But I will say this, we're in a pretty crazy game, kid. You can live however you want to live as long as you're willing to take the price, swallow a couple weird pills you've never seen before, strap some crazy lightning thing to your head, become a robot. Fuck if I know.
Yeah.
It's going to be very different, but it's not a death sentence anymore because who knows? Maybe we'll find some wacky shit underneath the ocean. You just gotta keep digging, you know?
And if you need weird pills, I know a guy.
Yes, if you do need weird pills, I give Loveless the card. There I am. I mean, I'll give you a deal, friend rate, but
okay,
that's all I got.
Oh, do you know what kind of what kind of? So, do you have anything that can extend life?
No, I got a supply problem. You know.
Oh,
basically, I got to go get whatever there is and then sell it piecemeal. But we'll see. There's always another one. Yeah.
I mean, so you've been human a lot longer than I have. I mean, you're still technically human, right?
Debatable, but where are we going with this?
Well, I mean, I've heard a lot of everybody else. They're the next person young. I'm the youngest person, obviously. Miles is 21 and Carol's in her 30s and Ember's in his late 20s. And they all talk about what it means to be human, and that's why they haven't taken anything yet to give them powers. But I mean, is being human worth it to not is it better to be a human for a short period of time, or is it better to live longer and turn into something else?
My horn feels itchy.
Horns can itch?
Yeah.
Look, kid, I got fired for being addicted to the droppings of an intergalactic space worm as a hallucinogen, right?
I didn't know that.
I don't think they knew that.
Okay, I just want to be above board with you before you start asking me for advice.
So you don't think being human's that great?
It's okay. It's not. Look, this human thing. Some people say being human means burning down the church of the person you don't like, and that's the way you maintain your humanity. Some people say being human says condemning that or protecting people from that. Some people say being human means eating a nice slice of cheesecake. It doesn't mean anything. It's just a word, dude.
Sparkles is taking very thorough notes.
Just don't be shitty to other things, even if they're people or not. Even if they're weird personifications of the Lord of Death that live in a sewer. Just don't be a dickhead to people. That's all I got. Who cares what they look like? You could have. I play chess every Tuesday with a goldfish that's piloting a robot. It doesn't matter, man.
How often do you win against him?
I don't want to talk about it, but anyway, he's good company. Look, it's just don't get obsessed on the words, okay? If you don't want to die, figure out a way not to die, and then whatever you are, don't be a shithead after that. And that's all I got.
Oh, that seems reasonable. Thank you, Professor White. Thank you. I was raised by a computer, by the way.
Yeah, I got it. So was he. I point to Arcannon.
Were you?
There's a lot of that going around.
Well, let's just say I got approved for some credit cards. It was all downhill from there.
Oh.
That's usually
I will
the story
say,
with the credit cards.
Yeah.
Data wanted to be human, and he got blowed up. So be careful what you wish for.
Oh, do you mean Star Trek?
Yeah.
Oh, I've watched all of that. It was one of the few shows.
Did you use what you learned from Star Trek to blow up your computer, Dad?
They seem to be against the human transhumanism in Star Trek for some reason.
Oh yeah, Roddenberry was a real piece of work.
All right. So Um,
Do you start telling Loveless to pet all the cats?
You're their friends. You're friends.
Yeah, so after Image, are you talking to anyone else on the ship? Are you going to be doing anything? Yeah, like how are you spending your downtime?
What is the other what's the crew complement on here? Who are the other people running the boat?
I'd say there's 12 crew, including Steve.
Okay.
They're competent and well-paid people who are used to weird things happening on the ship. So
Okay.
yeah, they're kind of very professional, turning a blind eye to you all. If
All
that
right,
makes sense.
That is no, which is kind of exactly what we want. Although I am keeping an ear out just because we've given them the coordinates on here, but I'm concerned anybody would be suspicious depending on where we might be going. Also, trying to think because I know we had made a decision on possibly disconnecting or at least bypassing the satellite connection, so we're not tracked as easily. Could I possibly make some sort of security roll to see if I might be able to bounce the signal someplace else so we can keep that, but it's at least obfuscating where we're at?
Sure, go ahead and give me a security roll.
Okay, that'll be under Spy Savant.
Operate computer machinery.
I'll try the roll. I'll try dice bot again and see, but I've not treated me well so far. All right, that's only a 3, but that's at the extraordinary level.
Okay. So you figure out, since you have insider access to everything already, because you're a trusted guest and whatnot, you realize you can filter certain things and sort of bounce it to a private cabin. Like if Nicola calls, you can bounce it to your cabin. Or if Miranda calls, of Greekicles calls.
Greekicles? Yes.
Yeah. So you can reroute it to your room so that the crew won't see it. Are there any other filters?
Trying to think. Actually, if it's with the role that I had, is it possible for us to, when any other satellites, if that satellite is looking it up, it misidentifies as another ship? So
you can, but that's only going to delay it. Like that'll buy you some time, but like unless you cut off the satellite dish,
and that's fine though. I'm looking at basically anything that gives us at least somewhat a time advantage. So if we do need to get out quickly, then we have somewhat of a lead. So that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, you can do that. That's not a problem.
Okay. Yep.
So
then I will do
in
that.
fact, you do get a call from Nicola Perseus. As he
switch back on the armor in there. So
yeah,
Nicholas, darling, this trip only seems so long right now. Are you certain this boat can't go any faster?
Well, Miranda, I just talked to you when you were filming a new show in West Virginia.
So. Well, yes. So, but that's like, you realize that we film things That's like we do multiple filmings. I've already called the plane. That's like from there.
That was 3 minutes ago. I called my crew, my staff. I asked where to get the boat ready because I had a whimsy to go up to Maine to go get some lobster with my own submarine. As a man, can not a man get his own lobster with his own personal submarine? And then they told me that you had rigged the boat out, which I don't remember, but maybe all that ultra cocaine had dulled my memory.
No, see, I've told you that's going to give you one nostril, and then that nostril will become your face. So...
No, but then I contacted you, and you swore that you're in West Virginia, and you gave me pretty convincing proof you're in West Virginia, that you were not on the boat. And so now I'm here. So I don't see Steve. Why don't you put him on? But I think we should turn the boat around and get this sorted out. Miranda, because either someone's impersonating you in West Virginia, or whoever you are you're in very deep trouble.
So, well, then I should really think you should take that down to West Virginia too, because that does not sound like, well, that's like, this is at least the current schedule that I have, but if you insist on, that's like getting Steve, I'm happy to oblige, so put him on hold for a second. Oh shit. Okay.
How far away from we from the submarine?
Not
the submarine, the place where we need to drop the submarine.
Oh, this is about a day away.
Okay. All right.
No.
So
I have an idea.
So I'll just, okay.
I'm going to talk to Steve. Clop, 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 clop.
Don't come out with me and just like hop on your back.
All right, Sparkles, you find Steve. Like, oh,
Hello, Steve.
you talk.
I need to know something about you. I
Um,
am a magical unicorn, which is a real thing that we
Okay.
all agree is fine.
okay.
I need to know if you are a good person.
Sure. I pay my taxes. I
Ew.
take care of my family.
Strike one, kid.
I have heard a rumor.
I
that
donate to charity.
I have heard a rumor that you do not care for the lord of this water vessel.
No, he's a jerk. Truth be told, I hate him, but I need
If
a job.
I blessed you with the boon of being unable, completely immune to him suing you, would you help us steal this boat?
Are you going to give him the superpower
Yes.
of litigation immunity?
Unlitigatable.
So you're basically making him a cop. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Go ahead and give me go and roll annoying lessons of the unicorn. That's a new
Qualified
one for you.
unicorn immunity.
Yeah.
Not the
qualified
direct
unicorn
action I was
immunity.
hoping for.
But I must warn you, if you are not a good person, I'll find out. And now I'm going to bless him.
I'll be
Alright.
behind right now. He will.
Ooh, plus
four.
four.
Plus 4?
All right. I feel the power. The power of qualified immunity. Oh, it's so
Diplomatic
it feels so
immunity.
good. There's like Highlander blue lightning sparks.
No Supreme Court can touch me.
Yeah. Steve
Above
gets
his
on the
head
comm.
flashed the words,
Nicola,
King of-
fuck off! I, by the right of the honor of the sea and Neptune and Poseidon and all those powers of the ocean, I claim this vessel. And Nicola's left speechless. So, you
Yes,
Also, the word
Admiralty
king
law.
of the beach are floating above
Admiralty
his
law.
head.
All right, sure. Well, Steve and Nicola believe that Nicola cannot swim. So that's definitely a very specific power. Now
This will backfire on us.
you can only bless one person at a time. So you can
Why would we need her to resemble a horse anymore?
Well, yeah, that's true. But if you need them to do something else more, that'll disappear. But Nicola this will certainly give you some time. Nicola is stunned into silence and stops communication. So you seem to be fine. Nobody's coming after you. As you've
Thanks
Yeah.
to my human ingenuity.
yes, is very human. So
Taps glasses with hoof.
yeah. Let's see here. Arcannon, are you doing anything with your downtime?
I had downtime? No.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
Just,
You're just chilling.
I just watch infomercials all day, man, until I got a left hand as a cannon, backpack full of spells.
Do you know about the time
Let me know
ring?
if you need.
Oh my
All right.
god.
Fair enough.
Oh, time
So
ring.
you all
I
get
can't go
to
swimming. I'll sink and electrocute.
a lot of fish. A day passes and you get to the coordinates. And
No, don't worry, Arcannon. The water has to be salty to conduct electricity.
Isn't this the ocean?
What, this? No. I've seen oceans.
Well, I don't know any better, so I believe you.
All right. So you all get to you get to to get the coordinates. And you can the problem, of course, with the submarine is they can't fit everyone in at first. I would say it could fit a horse counts as 2 people and has like 4 people capacity. So you have the 4 people, the support group, the survivor group. Then you have you 3 plus Sparkles. So
Horse goes first.
Horse goes first. All right, that leaves 2 slots open. So who else is going with the horse?
I'll go because I definitely count as 2 people because I'm basically like a shittier mandroid.
She's actually
all right, shittier man.
Very rude of you. She's not a horse anymore. I will go first.
All right, so Sparkles and Arcannon load themselves into the submarine, and down it goes.
Wait, why are we not using the full space? This is inefficient.
Move.
No, it is Arcannon does count as 2 people.
Oh, he counts as
I'm
2.
pretty
Okay.
good.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah, that was a good point. So the mandroid, the Arcannon, and the unicorn float down. Pilot the sub down to the bottom of the ocean.
Seriously though, do you know where I could get a time ring? The toll-free number does not work.
Oh.
So that's the kind of banner you're hearing on the over the radio.
I can look, and you just hear soft shuffling of papers.
I turn the radio down.
So but the access codes work, and the 2 of you are granted access into the base. So in the base, it does appear to be a standard build-a-base technology, although very large. Basically the access part is the only part above the bottom of the ocean. It seems to be built underground, like they dug into the earth. So you have to take an elevator to the first floor. So are you going to wait at the elevator or for the submarine to go back up, or are you going to go down a level?
No, let's go down a level.
Okay. All right. So the 2 of you take the elevator down. Yeah, I need to add that doom door opening sound effect.
Does the submarine come back up?
Dum 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 dum.
Okay, so let's take it down. Got that.
Yeah. So it won't get stuck down there. So the rest of you can go down. Okay. And at least you 2 and 2 of the survivors. The other 2 will stay up there. Lovelace and Ember will stay up there, but Carol and Miles will go with you. Sparkles and Arcannon, you see basically a hallway. To your left, there is a vault door that is closed. And then straight ahead, there is basically a sort of partition in the middle of the room. So sort of making like a left and a right. To the right is just you can see. So it's basically like a wall in the middle of the room, sort of blocking part of it. So you can peek around the corner to see what's past it, but you can see on the left side there is a very large, like bank vault style door that is closed. And if you both roll alertness, you can pick up additional clues.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
Oh boy,
I do
not
have
terribly alert.
I have a +1
But because my
to
armor is very loud.
Yep.
0.
Okay. Well, you don't see anything.
Holy shit.
Well, it does sound like a junkyard on the move.
Wow. I rolled 4 pluses plus my +1 for alertness, so 5.
Okay.
Damn. I'm wasting my good rolls.
So Sparkles, you can see scuff marks on the floor, faint boot prints. So you suspect other base raiders have been here at some point in the past, but the air is stale and recycled. So this place has been like sort of running on autopilot for a while. So yeah. What do you 2 wait in this opening room for the others to get down there, or are you going to keep on going ahead?
I want to look on the other side of the mystery wall.
Okay.
Mystery wall.
Mystery wall.
So both of you are doing that?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, who might argue with a magical unicorn?
So that is a 5 superhuman attack against both of you. As a plasma turret just opens up on you.
He was supposed to take the traps.
Yeah, well, you said peek around. So, but it's not a total surprise. So, you do have armor plating as a skill, Arcannon. And then, let's see here. What do you have to? Magical unicorn. You can use that to dodge.
Yeah.
Fast unicorn.
I will magical unicorn the shit out of this.
So -2 on that, plus whatever.
Plus your skill.
3, so +1.
So +1, so 4.
I got 4 total.
Okay. All right. So, Arcannon, that's going to be pretty bad for you.
Okay, low damage never hurt anybody.
Yeah, 4. They have weapon 2 on that, so that's 6 health damage altogether. You have armor 1, so that's 5 health stress. And you have 5 base stress, so you can just mark, well, actually, you can just mark off your 5 spot. So the way this works is like your 5 spot on health stress is equal to 5 points of stress, and then the next one is equal to 4 and 3 and 2. So yeah, you mark off your 5. Yeah. For you, Sparkles, I think you would just take 1 stress. So you just mark off your 1 stress box.
Nah.
So you're both singed by plasma bolts. So there's a heavy armored plasma turret behind the partition. So you also see, though, there is sort of a corner at the bank vault door, the very wide one. So you could go to an access panel without being shot at and try and hack it open if you were a person who's good at that kind of thing.
I was wrong. Pain does hurt.
Yep.
I can help you with that. Let me fill you with the healing powers.
Unfortunately, Arcannon cannot receive those powers because he has permanent superpowers.
Let me fill you with cheering you on.
Oh, thanks, I feel better already.
So are the two of you going to wait for the others to get there? Or are you
there's a plasma cannon in the way.
That wouldn't be as dramatic.
Yeah. All right. So you do wait as the submarine surfaces, and the other two go down with the 2 survivors. So an hour or so later, the party is reunited. So if you're paying attention, there is a plasma turret beyond the partition in the middle of the room.
Found with
But on the left side of the wall, there is a bank vault door, bank vault style door that is closed. And past the plasma turret, you did see there was a hallway leading further in.
Why haven't you stopped the plasma turret?
Well, I tried.
I mean, I'm talking to Sparkles.
Well, he tried.
Just go out there and do what you're here to do. It will eventually run out of charge.
Interesting.
Yeah, you could just keep tanking shots for it while the party blows it up.
Could I roll a nose check to see if there is any access panels or other security access points that we might be able to get
that
through?
one there?
Yeah, there's one for the bank vault door.
Okay. So, but nothing that we can see for the turret itself?
No, unless there's nothing naked visible to the naked eye. Unless you have some sort of supervision.
So that would just be through it. Although I could try to get past, I could try to use the suit to get past its sensors and then see if I could deactivate it that way.
Yeah, you could sneak by it.
Okay.
There'll be an opposed roll from its sensors.
Okay, cool. So I will go ahead
impersonate not being there. You'll be fine.
And tap it as you see me go completely invisible, kind of like this.
Yes, exactly like that. Do that thing.
Can't believe I broke you out of prison for this.
I let them think they broke me out.
People die. All right.
Lots of people die. It's part of being people.
All right.
And if that's part of being people, I'm actually more people than all of you.
That's going to be a 5 at the Ascendant level.
All right. The plasma turret does not activate on you when you're fully illusioned. You're fully predator cloaked up. So give me a spy savant check.
Okay. All right. Please don't let me shoot anybody else. I don't want to do it again. All right. That's only going to be a 3. But that is
Unfortunately, unfortunately, this technology is a lot more advanced, and you do not see any clear openings or control panels or anything else like that. You do see it does go on. There is another set of rooms to the side, but then the hallway opens up into a larger vault door that has been pried open. And then you kind of pick up on, you can see through it, there's some sort of weird bluish energy coming from that vault. But you're at a distance, so you can't really make it out. So, yeah, looks like this base isn't super large. But yeah, there are, so there's another set of side rooms, and then there's a vault at the end of that's been pried open, and some sort of bluish energy coming from that, but you can't really see past the bluish energy.
Okay.
But that's much further past the plasma turret. And yeah, what do you want to do?
All right. Do we still have comms down here?
I'll say, yeah, you have personal comms.
Okay. I'll let them know about what's going on from there, what I've seen so far with the blue, and that there's already a room broken in with a odd bluish tint to it. So, but I can't read anything off of it. So,
wait, where is it?
The door at the far, was it the door at the far right or the far left?
What?
Oh, where the door that was broken into.
It's at the very end of the hallway. It's straight.
The very end of the hallway.
There's another set of closed doors on the left and right. Like there's basically two sets of side rooms. The ones the left bank vault that you're right next to is a side room. Then like another 50 meters ahead, there's two side rooms.
Hold on, let me take a look.
And then
I'm going to pop my head out and eye laser the cannon.
All right. Yep. Go ahead and make your attack roll. It will also make its attack roll.
Alrighty. Scroll down, you damn thing. There we go. I beams! Oh, shit.
What'd you get?
That's not bad. So 3 on the dice plus 2 is plus 5.
Okay.
Nice.
Let's see here. Yeah, that's superhuman. All right, that inflicts...
all I can see over there is eye beams!
All right, you inflict 2 stress on that. You do take 5 stress from minus your 2 armor, so 3 stress from the plasma gun.
I'm pretty sure that kills me.
No, because let's see, you took 1 before,
yeah.
And it took you 3, so you still have your 2-1 available.
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how it works, remember. You have a 3, then a 2, then a 1.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So you still have 1 stress box available. But you damaged it. Good job.
It looked at me back.
So basically, this base is just one long hallway with a side room on the left where you came next to where the elevator where you came in on. Then 50 meters down, there's a side room on the left and the right, and then at the end of the hallway, there's a vault door that's been pried open, and there's bluish energy coming out of it. The plasma turret's on the ceiling, just past this initial partition. The partition, you guess, was there just to hide the presence of the plasma turret, to sort of like create a blind spot where people come in and get fucking plasmid. Defensive architecture. Woo.
So Aaron can't turn it off?
Aaron does not see us. Was not able to find a security panel or something.
I could try going to one of the other rooms.
You can try and open one of the middle side rooms.
Okay. So, and take a look. Do they look like they're actually locked, or?
There's like a keypad thing, so you can make another security check with that. But this is an obvious keypad, so this is easier to
Wait,
hack.
how's the plasma targeting him?
It's not targeting Aaron. It's
how is it targeting Sparkles then? If Aaron is visually cloaked,
Sparkles is not cloaked,
so it's not infrared then, or it would have seen Aaron, right?
Well, it depends on the cloak.
So it's probably visual.
Yep.
Don't you know magic or something?
I mean, we've met before.
Arcannon knows magic.
I know magic.
Oh,
also,
can you just make a mist or a bunch of smoke?
Yeah.
Do that.
Electric mist.
Okay.
Just-
let me
just
ruffle through
missed.
my backpack here.
Just missed would be good.
It would mess with his
Um,
theme, though.
Yeah, I got this Tempest set that's like weather stuff. That'll probably do it.
No, you must break your staff and drown your books.
No, you just read the pamphlet. Let's see here.
I
So
was
I just
confusing
got,
you with someone else.
Self-taught wizardry.
Yep.
Okay.
From an island.
That's a 5.
All right, yeah. Whoosh. Plasma turret seems to be blinded.
Ah.
All right, we join Aaron in the
All right.
misty hallway.
You can just all gun down the turret, so we don't have to deal with it in the future either. So
I look at it
I
even
was
harder.
gonna shoot it. I got
yeah,
left
Arcannon,
hand.
Magic Unicorn, and Professor White all have like ranged energy attacks. So it's not gonna. I'm not gonna make you bother rolling for that.
I don't know though. My eye beams are very creepy to behold.
Yeah.
My left hand is a cannon.
Well, then you use that cannon to blow up the plasma turret.
Yeah.
That's a good job.
Thank you.
So, Aaron, what'd you get on your security check?
Oh, we'll roll that.
I used to have a gun arm, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool
Buddy.
story. Anyway, let's open this door.
That's another 3 on security. So
He's just
All
jealous that we're gun arm bros.
So this is the middle left door, by the way. The front left is the bank vault that you passed. So this is the middle left one. You open it up, and it reveals a massive cloning chamber, where you can quick grow clones. There seems to be there are tubes and embryo racks, and Professor White, you can recognize this is actually extremely advanced, even by Build-A-Base standards. It seems to be some sort of prototype or advanced, mass, something to grow not just a few, but like a lot of people really quickly comparatively.
Probably a lot of drugs that are needed to biologically boost that accelerated clone growth.
So it's build. So it's build a race in a build a base.
yes.
Yeah, it could be like that. Yeah, there's a terminal there, of course. But there, you look around, you actually do see a notebook that seems, well, actually like a little tablet. So you mess
it
up.
up.
So you look at the tablet. It appears to be unprotected. Like the person who put it down was not expecting to
Almost as
need
though
to
it was
pass-
behind a giant bank vault door, armed by a plasma cannon.
So it is. You scroll through it, and you see a basically a message address. There's emails listed on it from various anonymous people, but they are listed. There are 2 Doc Savant. So this is the tablet of Doc Savant, who is one of the more obscure superheroes of the ideal, a super scientist type who went mostly on cosmic adventures. He didn't do a whole lot on Earth, but he was one of the big brain types of the ideal.
Isn't he the one who discovered the opposite zone?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Obviously the opposite zone.
I hate the opposite zone.
Oh, most people do. Except a few who don't, who are just really contrarian about it. They're just saying that because they don't want to agree with everyone else because that's too mainstream. Yeah, you can read through that.
I know all about how much mainstream sucks. I'm from the magical underground. You probably haven't heard of it.
Mainstream magic.
Yeah.
Is there anything in the journal indicating what he was doing with a
give me
build a clone army?
Well, this one seems to be technical. You can give me a roll. What's your science skill?
+3.
All right, go and give me a roll on that.
Would you like to borrow my glasses?
No. I don't have side-facing eyes. I don't think they'd be very effective.
You want some?
Sorry, did I enter it in right?
I don't see it.
Oh, I entered it in the wrong thing. Sorry. Stupid Discord chats.
So many.
I'll delete that message. Whoops.
Hey, Sarah. Donk. Rolling dice at you.
Nope.
Oh,
Yep.
I beansed it.
that's
Yeah.
brutal.
You don't know. It real complicated is what you can figure out. Oddly enough. So, yeah, if you get more information, I will say, so you can spend a fate point to re-roll that, or you can keep looking around for more clues.
How many do I have?
You start with... Oops.
Is it refresh?
Yeah, it's refresh.
All right, we'll re-roll it. That would be 4.
4.
I turn it right side up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it now.
So you realize that this what's unique, why this is a prototype, unusual one. This is actually a modification of a system. This is actually a prototype to test out for placement in an ARC ship, like a colony ship to send out into deep space. So whatever this is, this was obviously meant to, like, send a spaceship to a distant galaxy to colonize it in 10,000 years or a million years or something like that. So, it doesn't, everything is,
Ew.
very
It's like
specialized.
a giant space sperm impregnating other planets with humanity.
Yeah, in a sense. So this technical notebook is actually worth quite a bit, but it's, you also, however, do find an access code for the meeting room, which you realize is the bank vault room you passed earlier.
All right, I'll go back there with the little
Okay.
book.
Okay, you enter in the access code.
Go check out the blowed up blue glowy room.
Well, there's also a room across from the cloning room.
What's in there?
Yeah, but do you want to check out the meeting room first?
I'll go to the meeting room. You guys can
Okay.
I'll take a
check
look at
out
the cloning
the other
room.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay, well, you already
Leave
take.
him-
All right, so give me another
If you leave
security
him
check.
alone, he might get high.
Okay. All right, I'll make another security check.
Ugh,
You
you're all
wouldn't
very
download a clone.
irresponsible. I will go. I follow Professor White, describing myself as his sobriety buddy.
God damn it.
All right, well, then I'll go with that. for image
That's another
cloning
3.
Okay, so you open up the second side room, the one on the right side.
room.
Yes.
Remember, Professor, only medicinal purposes, or if it's really fun.
So this one opens up and reveals a meadow, a very large open meadow, and you can feel the wind blowing on your face. Very sunny out. It's like the white cliffs of Dover, reminiscent. You can see out into the ocean and you can smell it. Yeah, you're.
Is this a biodome? Or
Yeah.
Pauly Shore here.
It's like you're on the surface and at the White Cliffs of Dover. It's a nice sunny day.
wonder if it's using this like a similar holographic technology to my suit.
Oh yeah, you can give me an air armor check.
Oh, I can? Yay!
Yeah.
So, is it the same? Can I make any upgrades without anybody knowing?
Hologram jamming.
I know. I'm right here.
I'm not talking about you, so or anybody here. Oh yeah, that's going to be a 7.
Nice.
Okay. Your armor pings alerts. Incompatible. Do not enter this room while armor is active.
Okay.
Do it anyway. Maybe it's lying.
Your armor provides an analysis.
Yeah.
Hard light illusions supplemented with nanotechnology and
I'm a
psionic
but I don't
manipulation, time accelerated mental simulation landscape training. Further analysis is impossible with this suit's technology.
Oh,
But it's saying there would be some sort of like putting a tin can in a microwave and turning it on kind of level of interaction if you use your hard light illusions in there.
so yeah, that there might be at least a compatibility issue that would hurt me. So,
Yeah.
but it's a time accelerated.
It's yeah. I mean, you basically got spin on. You basically got the equivalent of critical success. So yeah, it seems it's multiple technologies. Whoever enters in there would spend a lot of time really quickly, or at least they would perceive spending a lot of time really quickly.
Ooh. this.
Hey,
this is-
Professor, you're a science guy. If
Well, he's
matter-
gone to the meeting room.
I know, but I'm with
yeah,
him.
he's going with me.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Apropos of nothing.
Yeah.
If matter and energy are interchangeable, isn't all matter hard light?
Sure, Sparkles.
All right.
does
So
it
while
matter,
you
man?
two, Arcannon and After Image are thinking about what to do with the White Cliffs of Dover. Meanwhile, the professor and Sparkles open up the vault door. Well, it's the professor and Sparkles is just there.
Sparkles, who is also here.
Yeah. They open it up and it reveals a meeting room, but with two teleporter pads on either side of the meeting table in the middle. But there is a holographic projector computer, basically what the ideal used for presentations, in the middle of the room. It seems to be loaded, ready to give a presentation.
Oh, good. PowerPoints. I turned it on.
All right. So the image of Doc Savant appears. Hello, trusted partner.
Why do they always have gray at their temples?
Project Bildungsroman.
I touched my white hair.
Yours is all over and therefore respectable.
So
Like mine, shakes mane.
You've agreed. I thank you for agreeing to help with this noble project. While our ideologies are normally incompatible, I have made great sacrifices in my own morality in order to get the data necessary to achieve the ultimate goal of ensuring humanity's survival in the long term.
That must have been so hard.
You have a vested interest in raising a cadre under isolated and unique circumstances. I have the need of data to find out what happens when cadres are raised in such artificial circumstances over the long term. And so
it's a dystopia machine.
Yeah, and he likes to watch.
So I will provide you with the technology granted as long as I have full access to the data, including real-time monitoring, in order to ensure that in the future humanity will be able to be sent forth on ARC ships to colonize the rest of the universe.
Hey, Professor, you know what I never really liked about the ideal? It never really said whose ideals.
It's a recording, Spark.
I am a limited AI, so I can answer your questions in real time.
Okay.
That's why he
now,
kept pausing.
As
so
a
that I could make
LI,
commentary.
because of this, I must question, do you have security credentials? What is your security question to guarantee that you are, in fact, a trusted partner of Project Bildungsroman?
How do we know that you are authorized to question us?
Is there
At
an
this
off
point,
button?
Carol...
Is there an off button?
At this point, Carol, who has been watching in Horrid, says,
Oh, is she behind us?
yeah, Evangela. The organ farm project. Yes. Security question accepted. Do you have any other questions? I will be able to help you as best as I can as a limited AI copy of Dr. Savant.
Cool. Give me control of the teleporters.
Teleporters are online here. However, the teleport network seems to be compromised at the moment. I cannot guarantee your safety at any. We can only normally we would only be able to teleport to another pad. I could try to teleport to a set of coordinates, but I cannot guarantee your safety at the end destination.
Okay, give me a second.
Okay.
I'm going to start researching like a mud pit or like a cooling concrete pad or something that I don't have to go through teleporting myself, but I can dump loot in and then go retrieve later.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah.
You have an isolated location for just that exact circumstance.
I was going to say, you of all people don't have a dead drop.
Yeah, actually.
All right, there's your answers, people. It takes a lot of drugs to build a clone army that can be used for other purposes, and I'm sure they're in big old vials in that clone room. So let's all get this teleporter fired up and just start chucking
But there's
them
a vault
through.
at the end of the hallway, the one with the blue light.
We'll get there. We got a whole room to clear out first, though.
We answered a
Giddy up!
question.
Let's go. Anybody seen a dolly? Anybody seen a dolly on the way in?
Wait,
Sparkles walks up to the two people who came with them. Are they both there?
Yeah, Carol and Miles.
How are you two doing?
Wait, they should have locations. That means they would know the coordinates of every other place like this.
Yeah. Okay. No. We can deal with that. I want to know, how are you two doing?
It's, I don't know how to feel.
It's okay.
I
Don't worry. It's okay to be upset. I get upset a lot, but let me promise you something. I will make sure that if he's not dead in space somewhere, that he will pay for the things that he's done. Okay?
Okay. I believe you.
Okay. Now you two just, breathe, and me and Dr. Addict are going to look around for more
What use
stuff.
is a pack horse if I have no horse to pack?
I mean, I don't have a dolly. but
Clippity clop! Little buckaroo! Come on!
I got
work
real
to be
good.
done.
So, so the thing is, all right. So you start looting the cloning room, the cloning vat room, but you realize it'll take you a while to disconnect all the machinery, but you can start. So you can sit down and do that. But the hologram room, no one's stepped into yet, and you don't know what its full functions are. It seems like there would be some sort of, if After Images goes in, she would have some sort of bad time.
How does it smell?
It smells like the white clip. Well, let's see here. You can give me.
I think it's important that you know that I'm a magical unicorn.
That is true. You are a magical unicorn, as opposed to all those normal unicorns.
Wait, do I know about how to do this hologram room stuff? Because I have an aspect that says I know about Build-A-Base technology.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a roll, and you get a +2 bonus on that.
Should I roll to see how it smells to me?
It smells like the White Cliffs of Dover.
Oh, fine.
6.
All right. Yeah, you know all about this. Essentially, this is how they would clone people very quickly and then shove them in this room, and they would go through it's not a computer simulation because it's kind of happening, but in real, it's basically like a holodeck but faster. Time
deck.
Yeah, time deck essentially. So if you step in there, you would have 18 years of simulated life growth, like a whole.
Can I reach in and just turn it off?
With a 6, yes.
All right, I just flip the switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like online learning, but effective. Anyway, we can get that later. We got a bunch of drugs to offload.
Yeah. So you start offloading the drugs.
Arcannon, what do you say is the load limit of those tracks you kind of roll around?
Oh, it's real high. I was going to say, I don't have a dolly, but I've gotten really good at hanging reusable grocery bags off it. So
yes.
I believe
feel
the
like-
technical term is a mobile unit.
Okay, so you the two, it'll take you some time, but the 4 of you can strip those 2 rooms bare.
Yay!
Yeah,
We're like locusts.
Yeah, essentially. So eventually, though, it comes down to the bare life support and shit that you need to keep the base running because you haven't looted the last room yet, the vault with the blue glowy stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you can't do the life support.
Look, you loot as you go. If you go all the way to the end and you find some horrible monster you have to flee from and you haven't looted anything, that's just bad business.
No,
I've heard looting is an iterative process.
So yeah, we're gonna throw all of the loot through the teleporter, get it all cleaned out into the hiding mud hole, probably like in the Catskills somewhere, and then we'll go to the last room. How's 2 little trauma babies doing? What with the whole world's being lies?
They're I mean, they kind of knew their worlds are whole lies, but they didn't realize it was all because of someone else's science project.
They knew that their worlds were lies. They just didn't know that your world's heroes were behind it.
Yeah. They weren't too deeply invested in the ideal anyway. So, but it's not great. It's not fun. It's not like oh boy, that was comforting to learn. They're both real interested in finding out if it seems like all the real data, the heart of the project is in that final vault. This was just like the implementation of it.
Look, I'll give you all of the metadata from the multiple studies that he made regarding arc ships, and you can decide what you want to do with, the fruits of your lifelong existential tortures. And then I will take the things about how to mass clone grow an army and stuff, and I'll find him a good home.
Oh, who are you? Are you just going to sell it to the highest bidder?
No, the highest bidder with whom I can make some form of moral reconciliation.
What would be a moral reconciliation for me being able to clone your own army?
I don't know. I haven't opened it up on the market yet. You got to see when you get numbers. There's multiple variables.
What's your just spitball me? What's your ideal client? Who's the person you'd love to sell this to?
Oh, geez. What do you want? The hermit guys are great.
The hermit guys?
The people who just kind of hoard, and they're going to get into super villainy like any minute now, but they're actually like finance guys and they're just bored and they want to pretend they have personalities. Those guys are cool.
So you want it to be, so your ideal scenario is for all of our suffering to just be a trophy for some rich guy?
No, the genetic research that enabled your suffering. That's what I want to be a trophy for a rich guy. I want you to do this, distribute the stuff that actually could help humanity survive the end times as you see fit.
Well, let's just get to the final vault.
Okay.
I just lean over to Dr. White. I don't think you're getting through to them.
Doesn't matter. We made a pre-made agreement. I'm just trying to talk through it. Let's go.
All right. So yeah, it's a vault. It's been pried open. Somebody with super strength ripped it open, or at least a big chunk of it. Any of you can get through it. But there's, this big glowy light coming through it. And that's not like, in your experience, not like a great sign. So how do you want to tackle that?
Okay.
I mean, it's been glowy the same way the entire time you've been there. So it seems to be stable, whatever it is.
Stability is important in life.
So, actually, I look at Sparkles. That's like, you seem to be pretty radiation resilient the last time we played around with that.
Well, until I die.
Okay, in that case. But you always end up coming back right now. So.
Yeah.
Hey, you just need to practice.
Oh, I would absolutely love to. Unfortunately, I've been thinking.
All right.
I will go through that door first. In exchange for something that has a specific market value. Because I've learned a lot about markets recently. How important is it to you, Professor, that I go through there first instead of kicking you through first? Would you be willing to trade some information for it?
Not particularly. I'll go through first.
No.
All right.
No. I gave you two options, Professor. And that
Professor White starts walking through. Sparkles, are you going to do something physical to stop him? Or
No. If he goes to the door, I'm going to kick him through it.
All right. He goes through the door.
I kick him.
All right. Yeah, the Sparkles kicks you, and you go sailing through the door. And Professor White, suddenly there's a flash of light, and you're Tanner. You're in a tunnel. You're running as hard as you can. The rovers are coming soon, but Sierra's with you. You hold on to her hand. You're both running very fast. Maybe you'll be able to outrun the rover patrols and get past the energy grid. so you can get to the ruined world. That's what the elder said it was, but you think it's real.
Now,
Sierra
Carol,
stumbles.
Carol, Miles.
No, you're not there,
important-
Sparkles.
You're
No,
not
no,
there.
I'm
You did
just
this,
saying in the
Sparkles.
other room. Carol,
Yeah.
Miles, it's important that you know that there are often consequences for the things that you do.
Yeah, we know. So
We're learning.
Tanner, you're running. Sierra stumbles, says, I can't go on any further. You have to go without me. Escape. See the sky for the first time, Tanner. I believe our love can never be real. Tanner, go ahead and roll resolve if you have that, or something with willpower. Let's see.
I have my peak performance user.
Survival. Yes, go
Yeah.
ahead and roll that.
That is at superhuman.
Yep, at a +2. So go ahead and roll and add 2 to that.
So that is going to be, where is that skill? 4.
All right. So with a 4, you're holding off. You realize that you're actually Professor White, and something's wrong. You're not a pretty buff 16-year-old guy who's in a weird spandex kind of suit that was fighting in the blood games to entertain the true leaders, and that's capitalized. True leaders is capital T, capital L, So, but you're really confused about how you got there and why you're this, and you remember being this old guy who's not that old. And you're very confused right now, but you still retain your true identity. So what do you do?
I'll walk back out of the room.
Well, no, you're in a tunnel. You're in an entirely different place. It's like partially water, like a sewer tunnel somewhere. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Did I get my composure?
Yeah.
Like how long was I running before I regained my composure?
Somehow you're in an entirely different place. You were running for maybe a few hundred meters. You have these memories in your head of like this whole society that you were raised in that was underground.
Yeah, that's bullshit. This is hackneyed. Right. If I was a 16-year-old, I wouldn't be 32. And really buff. So how about this? I'm going to close. Would it work if I closed my eyes and just really focused on backing up?
Okay.
Out of the holodeck I was running.
You focus on that, and suddenly you're back out of the vault.
Okay.
I kick him back in.
No,
all right. Arcannon, are you going to intercede to try and get him out?
Yeah.
Okay. Sparkles, you try and grab him, kick him back in, but Arcannon snatches him out at the last second.
He was being cruel to children.
None of you know what happened. So,
I know what happened. I kicked him in a door.
You kicked him in the door, and then he stumbled back out.
Okay, so it's some sort of another education module. Only it's specifically for hackneyed young adult dystopian tropes.
Well, you don't know. Well, give me a science. Let's see here. Black market dealer would actually be a good role for this.
4.
All right, so
That's extraordinary. I don't know what that is.
To you, this was a psionic attack of some kind, and you've heard about like people who overdose on drugs that give them psychic powers, and their powers become sort of like energy vortexes that are sort of unstable and influence everyone nearby. Like someone who was taking a lot of like basically psychic steroids made everyone in his apartment building super angry and irrational to the point where they became basically rage zombies.
Oh, so the area is haunted by the delusions of a dying mind.
So you're guessing maybe these are the gestalt memories of other kids who have survived or were in these bunkers. So the thing is, you understand what this phenomena is on a basic level, but you don't know how it started how to stop it. You'll have to get someone else's help to figure that out, or that kind of thing. So, for example,
someone's in the room having a sort of psychic.
Well, it could be
loop.
the person could be dead. It's just like there's so much energy was released, it became this kind of
haunting.
Psychic haunting, basically.
Is there any way to shield our brains from it?
Yeah, there are ways to shield your brain from it. There's also ways to banish it.
Psychic magic I can bust out.
Yeah, there is. You can give me a self-taught wizardry.
All right.
So we need some sort of scuba suit to go diving in the energy vortex.
Or figure out some way to like negate the energy to banish it.
Mm-hmm.
5.
All right. Are you trying to figure out more information about it, or are you just trying to create a shield?
Oh no, I can't figure out more information. I guess.
Well, you can cast a spell to give you more information, basically a divination kind of spell.
Yes, I pull out my "Would you like to know more" pamphlet.
Exactly
from that.
Yeah. One, you don't have a powerful psychic with you, but you realize there is a way to essentially it's a looping narrative of people who are trapped in these bunker societies and are trying to escape. If enough different minds go in there and try and override the narrative with a different story, that would cause a feedback cycle that would destroy it. So basically the story, you go in there and it's telling you to escape. So you're guessing that's what happened to the other base raiders who were in this base before you, is they hit this and they got the psychic compulsion to flee. And so they fled until they were out of the base.
So wait, are the people who said they were raised in these societies the base raiders that got caught in the trap?
No, they're basically... So the base raiders, you don't know how it happened exactly, but the psychic haunting is of the kids, because it's all connected to this one facility, and probably thousands of kids have died and suffered under these things. But the end effect is basically it's telling people to flee, and the way to defeat it is to willingly go in there and give them a different narrative of some kind, something that would
story,
change the story. So give them some compelling narrative that would change them.
Once there was an incredibly cool rat.
Yeah. You would guess with a 5, since you rolled so well, that a basic narrative that would work is to fight to overthrow whatever tyranny was leading there. And if enough of you do that, you could banish it, if that makes sense. Yeah. So, So if each of you does it, you would be able to defeat it, in other words.
So that brings a question, though, because if I walk in with my arbor because it said it was going to be incompatible.
No, that's only for the hologram room. This is a psychic.
This is
psychic
room. Okay, sorry, I thought it was the same one. Okay.
So yeah. So this is the final vault, and so you can go in there fine. You'd just be trapped in the psychic narrative until you somehow overwhelm it.
Would it help if we brought the escapees with us?
Yeah. 2 of you could, because there's 2 of them. Or actually, you could take the submarine up and bring the other 2 down. So each of you would have one. So yeah, why don't we do that?
I just mean the people down here.
Yeah.
Loveless and who's the other one? I forget.
Well, Carol and Miles are with you, but you can go up. And get
Carol and Miles.
Ember and Lovelace as well. So
let's all go.
All right,
into the dystopia. Fight.
Right.
Win.
All right, who's going first?
I'll go first. I have to tell them about cool rat.
Okay, so Sparkles is going in. Are you taking one of the survivors with you?
Yes. Which one of you likes me the most?
And Miles says, I like you.
You seem cool. Get on.
I'll go with Sparkles to make sure that they're...
No, you have to... Everyone has to go separately.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
So Sparkles and Miles go in. Miles says, I was raised to be an assassin.
That's neat. I was raised to be a magical unicorn.
Oh.
Time to assassinate despair.
So Pat, I'll let you choose. Like, what's the nature of the dystopia you find yourself in?
Well, clearly, it involves large portions of society being controlled by space alien, not slugs, snails that crawl into your ear and control your mind.
Okay. And how do the sexy teenagers have to deal with this?
Well, they meet Cool Rat from space, who gives them the power to also turn into cool rats, which is exactly what you need to fight alien overlords.
So are you doing Animorphs but with Cool Rat?
I'm not familiar with that.
Okay.
I've never seen it, so how could I copy it?
Yeah, okay, yeah,
the
that's fair.
bullshit detector's going off.
It's legally distinct.
All right. So you can give me a roll with, let's see here. Healing Gift of the Spring, because that has willpower on it.
Yay!
I
will heal them with the power of cool ratimorphs.
Yeah.
Not bad. So +2, so that's 6.
All right, yeah. The teens who are there's a girl and there's two guys who are vying over. One is coming from the upper class of the side, and the other's coming from the wrong side of the tracks. But they're both really handsome guys, but they team up with you for some reason, and all become their own versions of Cool Rat. You overthrow the society
at great cost. It's important that there's great cost because
Which of the hot guys dies?
Oh, the prop. You know what? It looked for a moment like it was going to be the one who was like the secondary guy, but no, it's the main, more beloved by the audience guy.
Was that the rich guy or the poor guy?
I don't know. I'm not really sure what kids want these days.
Okay. All right. We'll say the rich guy dies. And so, they overthrow it. Who's next?
I'll go in, I guess, with the other one.
All right. So Carol's with you. You're the Oregon farm survivor. So what's the nature of your dystopia? No, it's the same one with the rover patrols. And the elders and the blood games and the true leaders. And you need to see you've never seen the sky before. So, in fact, you're right back there. And Sierra's telling you,
you're exactly as cut as you were before.
Yeah. But Carol's there as well. And Sierra doesn't seem to mind that. Carol's is like, oh God, was I really like this as a teenager? So, how do you tell them to not flee and fight back?
Look, the blood games are a lie. They're just used to distract you from the real truth, which is you are all not real. Every one of us is the psychic manifestation left over after a mental oil spill. You need to wish yourself into unexistence so we can clean this up. Think about it. No more pain. No more suffering. No more blood games. Sweet oblivion. Cease to give a shit about this.
All right.
See the sky and see that it is empty and void. Become one with it.
All right, we're going with the Evangelion ending. Thanks.
Yeah. No, I love it. Give me peak. Actually, you just succeed. Like you're.
Everybody bursts into Tang.
Yeah. No. Everyone. It's just everyone bursts into Tang.
As everyone but me and Carol burst into Tang, I look over. It's like, look, the horse may have it in for me, but here's the thing: I may be kind of a bastard sometimes, but I've always told you the truth. And I don't care how that horse treats you. You're not a kid. Even if you only have 18 subjective years of experience in an experience machine, that's an adult and you can make your own choices so long as you're informed. All right?
All right.
Science is for. And then we wade through the goo that is all of society.
Jesus.
Thought this would be cathartic. It's not cathartic as I had hoped. So far at least.
It's in my socks.
All right.
Future humanity here.
Who's next?
I'll go next, sure.
All right, Arcannon. Let's see. There's Ember or Lovelace next. Who do you want to go with?
Go Lovelace.
Okay. All right. What's the nature of your dystopia that you find yourself in?
Oh, it's a whole new one? Okay.
Yeah. It's a different one for everybody.
Okay. This is a world without forgiveness because the first hero to develop time travel powers went back in time and killed Jesus.
You went back in time and killed a certain Messiah. Is that it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
A completely original story.
So you find yourself on the on the run from the barcode patrol as they're trying to barcode you.
No.
Okay, you guys have to show me this movie.
I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, we will. So as you do that, though, how are you going to convince the sexy teens who are in a love triangle and the other supporting characters to stand with you and fight against them?
Please tell me he's still just Mandroid.
Oh, yeah, no, he's the Mandroid.
Tell them that forgiveness doesn't matter because even if you get duped, you can't do anything about it because the return policy is terrible.
Okay.
So just don't feel so bad. Just get over it. Make the best of it. Teach yourself magic.
Okay,
Learn to
you can give me
forgive self.
self-taught wizardry, yeah.
Where's my dice roller? There it is.
So you just, show them a brochure then?
It's a 3. Yeah, I show them a brochure on forgiveness and reintroduce the concept to the world.
All right, yeah.
And self-taught magic.
And self-taught magic that the power is within you all along if you just
Oh,
believe.
yeah, no, with self-taught magic, they're easily able to defeat the barcode patrol and the resplendent world order and all that. So,
Hey,
So I
hey
got a
guys,
3.
don't worry.
yeah.
Don't worry about hedge wizards, hedge funds. Go to hedge wizards.
Hey-o. So how does the love triangle work out in your dystopia?
How does the what? Sorry.
The love triangle between the 3 sexy teens.
Oh no. Oh
Yeah.
no. It's a completely amicable polycule. It's fine.
Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah.
hey.
We'll work it out.
Because Jesus is dead. Yay!
Yeah. So is monogamy.
So, all right. So yeah, finally, after Image, you walk in with Ember, the gladiator, or the one who's raised to be a gladiator. What's the nature of the dystopia you find yourself in?
So that actually is kind of a bit combination since it's the both of us walking in there. It kind of combines the gladiatorial combat of her world where it's neo-Roman emperors fighting. But it's also on the level of a dying world, combining with the world that I escaped from, where the sun was going into its red giant phase and about to consume the planet. But the other part of this is that it actually, to make it a little lighter than it needed, because it's kind of a horrible litany of violence and depression. It actually incorporates some of what would be the musical awakening aspect of, think like Streets of Fire. So where it's a horrible dystopia, but the music's going to save you, man. So it literally is discovering power in that and concerts that just completely devastate the empire.
So there's Roman legionnaires dance fighting with like William Dafoe and leather suspenders.
Exactly.
It?
While you have a synth chord in the back going, "We gotta be free."
Okay. All right. Give me a roll with willpower in it.
All right. Let's see. Do I have anything with willpower in it? I hope I do.
I think you do.
But he had 6 synth beats.
Let's see.
Resolve does, so you can just roll resolve.
Resolve. Okay.
Yeah.
So, resolve's pretty low. Unless I could do like convince under Spy Savant or the.
No, it's just basically willpower.
Okay.
It's just like
Cool.
I will you to be.
I forgot. We can actually pre-spend that for a +2 on the roll, right?
I mean, you can wait till after the roll too.
Okay, cool. It's been a while, so.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I did something wrong.
Yeah, no. Yeah, 46 is not the same.
I would like to score nonetheless, though.
No.
Then fuck you.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
All right, so yeah, that'd be 1. So I'd like to spend one of my other fate points to give that a plus, to negate that and give myself that, so it should be 3.
Okay. Yep. With that, you're able, the power of music and sledgehammer fighting in the streets.
With Roman centurions.
Is barely able to overthrow the Roman legionnaires. How does the love triangle and sexy teens in your dystopia resolve itself?
That would be with the punk rocker boy who led with it dying nobly and leaving a. That's like what was it? leaving his spiked wristband to inspire the next generation. So,
Okay. So what about the? I mean, it's a love triangle. What happened?
well,
to
the love triangle too. So
Yeah, the other two fell for each other because the sexy punk boy is dead.
yeah, so it just
Okay.
it was that both of them falling in love, but carrying on his memory.
Okay.
He
All
was
right.
a skater boy. Said, "See you later,
Minor
boy."
key skater boy.
Oh yeah, minor key
You
skater
are
boy,
the
William Dafoe,
skater
lead singer.
boy.
As we, so all of that, you all experience subjective time of like months in order to do this, or weeks, in order to as you fully live this out. But a second passes. All of you are in the last vault. The psychic manifestation bursts. With a lot of really very cool blue lightning like vortex, and then it just is gone. And you're in the last vault. And the hologram of Doc Savant appears. It says, "Welcome to the Project Bildungsroman's control center. Here you have all the project data and nanofabricator technology in order to, including build-a-base machines and teleporting pads, matrices in order to create a new. Would you like to create a new bunker? It seems our some of our parts are offline, but we that only will delay the project. So at this point, Kara says, "Wait, do you have all the existing bunkers on a database? Can you load that into a tablet or something?" Yes, of course. Here, it nano fabricates a tablet. You will find coordinates of all known bases. There were 118 bases. All of them. 32 are listed as being active. All the remaining are offline in some degree. At least we have lost communications. 32 are still active. Yes. The things have changed quite a bit in the last year since Ragnarok, but I'm still able to administer to them in a limited capacity for at least another 3 years. So at this point, the survivors start talking to each other. But like, wait, Carol's like, okay, well, we just need to shut them all down. But then Ember is like, wait, what? Well, I mean, there's so many. We'll never get to them in time. We'll need help. And then even if we get to them and liberate them, we'll have to take care of them. There'll be so many. We'll need help doing this. And then let's see, Miles is like, I have access to dimensional portals. We can get them from the underground. We could just screw this. Why don't we just fucking go off world and make our own society and just not have to deal with this shit? Lovelace is just kind of mute and taking this all in. Miles looks to all of you and says, we have the technology now. We can make our own bunker. We could make our own. We could literally make our own army. Enough people.
I don't know about the army part. Why not just a society? Society is much better than armies.
We can make a society of people. That's right, though. We could, and we could teach them however we want, so that they would do the right thing.
And they could live in it.
Yeah, and they could live in the society. But we could use them to. We would have enough power. We'd have enough people to help everyone else who's trapped in these things. We could change the world. If we go off world, we could raise a very large society, a whole civilization.
Whoa.
Yes.
I think you're getting a little ahead of yourselves. All right. How did you escape and come here?
How? I mean, it was different for each of us, but
Well, I imagine Miles probably killed a lot of people.
Well,
okay,
yeah.
how about this? Did the majority of the people escape?
No.
Did the majority of the people even want to escape?
No.
And there it is. You got here because of bad programming. Culture didn't do what it was supposed to do to make you think you should stay there. If you throw however many pocket dystopias together into one nightmare stew before you do any kind of reprogramming, you're just begging for a civil war, or whatever society that you build to overcome that is going to just turn into another monster itself.
But I mean, we know better now. We would do it right. Like, we wouldn't be cruel like they would.
Well, you would probably do it better. Right is tricky.
And there's no guarantee that mistakes are going to be on the way. And then where are you then?
Oh,
But
no,
also,
you're
in
all
contract-
you're all mishearing me. I think you should use the 18-year experience machine and run them all through a program in that before you throw them in the new world.
Mhm.
Kind of like a wash, like a start over scrub.
Like all the
So-
people we liberate from those other bunkers?
So
yeah,
like,
make them take a quick little lifetime trip through a re-education into
so like a
I don't know the
a-
importance of empathy. That's probably
like
a great place to start.
like a
Okay.
culture airlock.
Yeah, a culture airlock, and then you won't have to have an army on the other side. You could maybe start a society and run them through the culture airlock, and then run your refugees through it. Yeah,
Okay. I mean,
so
you
you
kind
sort
of...
of have like a training, like a nurse facility on the other side for them.
Okay. We could do that. I mean, if we have this room, the control room.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's like an education machine, but like it's like a re-education machine. It'll be fine.
Well, I mean, can we keep this one then? Like,
Sure,
like-
I got the drugs. We're
yeah.
good.
Okay.
We've got the drug.
Yeah, that's what I meant. We've got the drugs. We're good.
So you just let us keep this one, and we can deal with all those other bunkers and all those other kids.
Yeah, I
If
don't know how to sell this shit. Who wants a weird ass fucking blackboard learning forum located on the bottom of the Atlantic?
Well, I mean, we can use it to rebuild cloning machines and stuff. So we'll probably. I mean, I don't.
You
I mean,
probably shouldn't do that, but I
Yeah,
mean, if
no.
you want to be dickheads, that's on you.
Yeah.
I
It'd
told
probably
you
be a
my
really
policy.
good idea for no one to clone anyone. With
Okay,
this
just so we
technology.
could. None of you want to make your own societies or anything.
Ah, fuck no, not at all. No,
That's a lot of work.
yeah, no.
No, if
money
anyone
don't
switches,
spend there.
if anyone switches on the child torture machine, I will make sure that they never die, but only live in pain.
Oh, okay. I believe that. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, yeah, I'll let you guys deal with that. Anyway, that was my advice. It was a wonder working with all of you.
Okay. We'll just stay here then. I mean, we can make our own food and stuff. With the
Yeah,
I have
I'll
gone
sub
back-
up and catch
I
a
have gone
ride.
back to being neutral towards you, Professor Drug Dealer.
Cool. I really care about horse politics. Anyway, we're gonna sub on up,
Yeah.
and we'll send your buddies down. You can start whatever Logan's Run shit you got brewing on down here, all on your own.
Well, we got to save everyone else in those. We'll start with one.
Yeah. I got it. Cool. Anyway,
Yeah.
I got some super drugs getting muddy in the Catskills, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
I'll help
right.
you. He's just trying to leave because he doesn't care anymore. Let's go.
All right. So you all leave. Take the sub up, leaving the bunker kids to liberate all the remaining bunkers and reprogram
No,
them.
Sparkles is going to help him.
Okay. Oh, Sparkles is staying behind.
Yeah. He was talking to the survivors when he said, "Let's go."
Oh, okay.
Great. That means we can all go up in one trip.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
Arcannon, after Image, you're good with that too. That
That's fine. I'm
actually-
loaded down in 30 tons of drugs and tote bags. So I just want to get out of here. Sell
Honestly,
them.
this might be a little more difficult for, this actually is not sounding as horrible of an idea because of maybe staying here. One, because looking after Sparkles, but also two, that might be getting me off of the Fed's radar for a little while.
okay. So you
Oh,
want to
we're
stay down
making a
with the
world
bunker
without
kids?
feds.
Yes.
All right. So you're staying down with the bunker kids too, and
Yep.
Sparkles. Okay.
Yeah, to at least be a help, so.
You
Okay.
want dystopias? It's how you get a dystopia.
All right. All right. So, Professor White and Arcannon, you take the ship back to shore. By the time you get back there, Nicola is very angry, but you manage to slip out before his private security goons swarm it. Basically taking one of the Zodiac boats, before it reaches the docks. And you'll have a long trip up to the Catskills to haul your loot somewhere and figure out how the fuck you're going to sell it all. But that's a good problem to have.
Yep.
And the rest of you are in a bunker, trying to figure out which bunker to try and liberate first, and reprogram the hologram simulation thing.
Probably not the orange goo one. Oh,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
simulated. Never mind.
Well, those are just psychic illusions. None of that actually happened. That was all just psychic.
Although your socks are still
yeah.
mysteriously damp.
Yeah, that is true. That will keep you up at night, Professor White. If it wasn't real, why are my socks damp?
That's just the Catskills.
Yeah.
That's just the Catskills.
Forget it, Jake. It's the Catskills.
That's the one thing you'll never know.
So that's Project Bildungsroman. So questions, comments,
So Mr.
suggestions?
Fantastic made a pain machine to try and improve humanity's future.
Well, basically, Mr. Fantastic wanted to make an ARC ship and needed a lot of data to figure out how to not just clone people quickly, but also what would happen when you raise kids by machines or that kind of thing in a bottle, essentially, in a spaceship. That seemed to be needed a lot of
what you expect.
trial and error. Yeah, so he just let any crazy group he could find who wanted to do that raise kids like that to figure out the best way to raise them.
So it's like starting a charter school.
Yeah, basically.
Fine. Programming
cult-
kids is an iterative process.
Yep. Exactly. It's an iterative process. So it's if you're a cult or a crazy corporation or any number of organizations, if you had a vested interest in raising a bunch of people in secret, cut off from the outside world, Mr.
This is how you do it.
This is that. Yeah, Dr. Savant wanted to do business.
Man,
with
I
you.
bet liberating those bunkers is going to get really boring after a while. Oh, weird. It's an all-Christian world. The fifth one this week.
God,
Here's your
how many
weak
Handmaid's
pile.
Tales do we have?
Yeah. So the inspiration for this episode came from a movie Maddie and I watched called Level 16, which is about kids raised in a bunker. Spoiler alert for that movie, which came out several years ago. They're raised to be basically it was their organ farm, donors.
Hasn't that movie been made several times?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I just like that idea. Like, what happened if there would be more of those all around the world?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of went from there. So, yeah. Any other questions or anything about it?
Oh, no, it was a lot of fun.
No, it's
All
good.
right.
No, thank you.
All right, cool. Well, thank you all for playing, and thank you all for listening. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.